So I want to show you how to add rooms into ProSelect. It's actually pretty easy. So I'm going to share my screen here. I just have the ProSelect template file here. Face out of the way. All right. So what I do is when they send me rooms, I just go to my desktop and I make a folder like this is Camille Broussard, and I just drag them into that folder. So she sent me like 3 room views, and then I go in and I change the name. You can just highlight all of them, right click, go to rename, then change to name and index, and then I put their name in there or whatever. So I'm not going to do it for this one, just so they're easier to find if you want to. You don't have to do that, but just something to so. And then when you put them into ProSelect, you'll if you have multiple people in there for some reason, like I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But anyway, put their name in there, and then it'll save all their names and all that stuff. So then you go into your ProSelect file. This is just the template file. And then you go up here to resources, and then set up rooms. And then see, like, there's a bunch of rooms that are already in here. What I like to do is delete the rooms that are from another person. I keep all the other rooms in here, but I delete the rooms from another person. And then I go in here to image files. And don't worry, it doesn't mess up any of your other files. So if you haven't done that person's Zoom or whatever, it's not going to mess that up. Then I go to desktop where I have them saved. It's going to take a second. My hard drive is spinning up. Okay, go to Camille, and I'm just going to do one room, and I'm going to do this one particularly, and I'm going to show you why. She sent me these 3 things here. Actually, I'll show you both of these rooms. She didn't give me measurements, but I can always go back and ask for measurements if there's not a clue in one of these 2 things. But there's a clue in both of these that I can kind of go off of and give me a good ballpark. So the clue in here is the light switch, and I know the standard light switch is like 4.5 by 2.8, 2.75 to be exact, right? So if I go here, and if you don't know what something is, I just do a search. I just like standard light switch cover size, right? And then it says 2.75, but I just do 2.8. It's better to go big than small, by the way, because it just makes the things go better. So I do 2.75. So you take this little ruler and then you put it on one edge. So this is the top and bottom, and I want to do side to side. You can do it either way. So I put it here, and you can see how it magnifies in here. So it's not going to let me do side to side. So I'm going to do top to bottom because it just won't let me go that small. So you can see there. And then we're going to go to the top. So if I go back to that web page, I think it was 4.5. Where is it at? 4.5. Oh, light switch cover side. I have it memorized by now, but I don't. All right, 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. Just want to make sure. So 4.5 inches, and I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to go to the other page. And then this is, I just did because I could ask her what's the size of this frame and then ask her to send me that page or whatever. Sorry, somebody's trying to call me. So, or I just went in and I did a search for what is the standard size of a hallway in a home, because this is like a standard size hallway and it said 3 feet. So I just did that, and we can always adjust this later. We're just getting a ballpark idea. And if they go, ooh, I really want that there, then like, well, let's get better measurements. And so it's 3 feet. So that's 36 inches. Put 36 inches down here and I save changes. You don't need to worry about this box. right? I honestly don't know what it does. So then I close. Now, once I've closed that, I can go into my rooms. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a little scrolly thing, or I use my mouse to scroll, and I can put them in here. I put this one in here. And now if I go to layout, so like if I do a 60 by 16, and then since it's a hallway, I would want to do something like a 60 by 16 up and down one or vertical one. Go back to my rooms. I can throw this in here. That looks about right, right? Go to my rooms. Go to this room and throw this one up here. And that looks about right. And then you got it. So the only thing that is a little bit funky in here is like if you get in the actual zoom and this doesn't look right or you don't think the size is right, then delete this from the picture, go into your rooms and see the grid, delete the room that you're in question out of the room thing here, right? Go back into resources, set up rooms, and then go into that room that you need to change. And then like maybe you get on the phone and she goes, well, actually, I'll give you an exact size. These pictures are 11 by 14s, you know, so then you go here and then you say that's 11 inches or whatever. And then you have the exact measurement and everything. But you can do that on a Zoom. You can like have somebody say, but then you can bring it back in here and it's adjusted that size. So if I put it in here, that might be a little bit different. See, those aren't 11 by 14. I don't know how big those are, but that's huge and that doesn't make any sense. So if it like does something like this, then something in your picture is not making sense. If it's too small, make sure your numbers are larger. If it's or smaller, if it's too big, then make sure your numbers are larger. It's like opposite of what you think it is. But that's how you can do room views. I've been asking people and sending them a text beforehand to just say, hey, can you send me a room view? And I actually did a screenshot of just like one of our room views, like, and say something like this. And I send them that screenshot and it's been helpful. They send them to me. But I'm going to start doing this if they were like, oh, I really want wall art and they didn't send me room views. I'm going to in the Zoom say, hey, go take a picture of the wall and make it look kind of like this. And then just text it to me real quick. And then I do it right then and there on the Zoom. So hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.